to the second edition of the Northorious Podcast. I think we got like pretty good reviews on the first edition, although some people had their reservations. And I think someone actually hit me up and was like, you guys should try and switch up a bit, like do a little pidgin English, just get into vernacular. I don't know how you guys felt about that.
Well,
when we got that,
we would actually switch to pidgin when he reached to switch to pidgin.
That one will come naturally,
and that is how it is.
That one is sure.
And then some people think a podcast is like a radio program or an interview. We are not trying to do that. We are just trying to have fun, gist, and
not that serious.
Basically, just recorded conversation.
Yes,
just recorded conversation, like we do all the time.
We are just conversing, and we hope you enjoy our conversations.
And someone said we were overshadowing Jenny. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, whoever made that.
I don't know.
Well.
Gang is here, by the way.
Shout out to Gang. Gang is here with us again. So
shout out to Gang. Shout out to McCoy also. Yeah. Shout out to Jenny. We wish she was here. Could make it.
Jenny says she can't make it today, but Jenny might just be on.
A lot of people like Jennifer, by the way.
Everybody like Jenny.
I almost had to feel Jenny at some point.
We might have to get Jenny in somehow.
That's nice. Okay. Well, how many of you followed what happened on Twitter like 2 days ago? The blessing Okoro.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
My guy.
I didn't even know that girl. I don't know.
Knock her off.
Funny enough, I never knew who she was until that day, and I now saw that she was or she is a blogger.
She is a blogger.
What does she do?
She's all those Instagram bloggers.
What does she sell? What does she write? What's her niche? What's her unique selling point?
Relationships, apparently.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So, but now she's chasing clout.
Well,
I because some people were like, okay, the gist is this lady, Blessing Okoro, went to someone's house, Onye, I think that's what it's called, and took a photo with the caption saying that after 7 years or
8 years after
marriage and stuff like that, and then she has been able to pick up the pieces of her life, and now she's built a big mansion, and apparently the building belongs to someone else, and she got busted, and then she was arrested or handcuffed, and the video was
that was Daddy Freeze. That's what I was trying to. Okay.
That was what I was. Daddy Freeze was now
trying to
probably in someone's house where I don't know,
trying to mimic or imitate his
house, and he's like, so this is my house. That's what Daddy Freeze was trying to mimic.
I think part of the reasons why that trended was there were a lot of mixed reactions that trailed that video, because people were like, okay, first off, was it right for the lady to be treated the way she was treated? That was one. And people were like, she trespassed. And
as in anything you get,
trespassing is a crime.
There was actually a back and forth.
Yeah.
This guy was in China, supposedly.
Yeah.
And then pictures of his house
now went,
was going online. Nigga had to come.
Like, what's happening?
I'm like, wait, to my house again.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, the picture you're seeing is my own house. Your house is bigger or some.
Yeah.
That was like what she was insinuating.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, for real?
There was actually a back and forth. It just did not happen. So the guy now came back and was like, oh, okay, it's like this. Oh yeah, now maybe we lock her up. And that was why, like, if you could hear in the background of the video, he kept saying this, she should say this is not her house and stuff like that.
Oh, that was the guy's voice in the background, because
I don't know if it's
now he doesn't. That doesn't look like
or,
he doesn't look like
or
doesn't sound
his
like
friend's voice.
Yeah, because I think part of the reason why I read reactions, man, and people were like, "This thing people like actually put pressure on themselves because of
Social media.
You understand? And it's
Leave clouds.
leave clout alone.
Leave clouds alone.
If you don't get, you don't get.
If you don't pursue clouds no go pursue.
Yeah, So, and again, we're talking about GOT, Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Man, fam, like we're going to talk about
Who
it with
likes,
Jennifer.
how Game of Thrones ended?
Shitty ending.
For you? I actually kind of liked it.
But my problem is what were your expectations?
Exactly.
Number one. See the way Khaleesi died. Like it was just one kind. Like there's nothing happened.
Die.
Like no, they could have killed her, but not that. As in, it was too like something. Then okay.
Man, they wanted action.
They killed Khaleesi. Fine. They killed Khaleesi. Unsullied now arrested Jon Snow, and now they're locking the Unsullied that we know will kill Jon Snow there and then. Like they won't even wait for anything. You understand? Like why are they taking him to the whatever prison or what? As in why?
Man,
Like Unsullied will kill Jon Snow. The Unsullied they told us about, they built for us. Like Unsullied are meant to.
Jennifer is actually here. Jennifer, we're talking about Game of Thrones.
Hello, I can't hear you guys clearly.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
We are talking about Game of Thrones. What do you think about the ending?
Okay. Game of Thrones. I was disappointed a bit about the ending because of a couple of things, yeah. I was kind of thinking it would be something different, even though I had a problem from the beginning of this season. I thought that maybe they would develop the characters. The way they decided to assassinate, I'll use the word assassinate, Danny's character was not okay. Because in the previous episode, they were like, Danny, they made her into this, she was angry, she was mad, and then she decided to burn down the whole of King's Landing. Okay, I thought you could justify that behavior because, when you're angry and you're upset, you have to lash out or something like that. I didn't know it was leading to them painting her as the mad king's daughter or somebody who is mad or a crazy person. So it was kind of like character assassination because they made her at first, if you watch from season 1 to down to season 7, you know that she had she had grown from a timid person to this person who had an agenda to save the world or something like that, and they made her into this compassionate and a bit rational person. And then this season, all of a sudden, she's the Mad King's ward, and Jon Snow had to kill her, and then Bran, out of nowhere, Bran becomes the king. It was so unreasonable for me because I felt like if these people had worked towards developing each and every one of the characters.
How do you think it should have ended? In your own opinion, how do you think it should have ended?
He wanted Danny on the throne.
Is
Say
this
it.
Razaq?
No,
Nice, Ruffee.
Say it. You wanted Danny on the throne.
My own is Jon Snow should have died. Jenny, can you hear me?
Don't have
Jenny, just say it.
a huge picture of how it should have ended. I don't have a preference, but I felt
who
each
you wanted
of the
someone on the
characters
throne.
should have
Who did you
done
want on the
justice
throne?
to every character than just saying, she now decided. They took time to build each and every of these characters. Someone what's his name, Jamie Lannister, took us from like him being a terrible person to a good person. I felt like all of them they should have had like stories that will link
Well,
up to
Jenny-
Ran being the king. That's my own. It's not about like who was king or who got the throne or something. It was just the fact that everything was so swift. Killed off everything that we knew, killed off all of the it was sad that it ended this way, but
Alright, Jenny, thank you for
It's
your
okay.
time.
Well, Jenny, people actually
Jenny's
like your
obvi-
voice
Jenny's
on
obviously
the
disappointed.
show. What's your take
Really?
on that? Yeah,
who did?
plenty.
A lot of one
people
guy was
actually.
telling me, I won't mention his name, but he was telling me, Mama, the guy loves your voice.
As in,
He was like, who's that Jenny girl?
What?
you have
Okay.
plenty fans.
That's nice.
Alright, thanks for coming on our show by proxy.
Okay, you guys. have
Later,
fun.
yeah.
Thanks for calling me.
Like I said, by me, I just felt Jon Snow should have died. Like, Unsullied, the Unsullied that will know. Unsullied that had guys. They don't waste time. They don't waste time killing people or doing anything. The moment they found out Jon Snow killed their queen, Unsullied that we know
Bam.
killed Jon Snow once and for all. So all that this thing they were now doing again was
It was rubbish for you.
rubbish.
Ah, man. I think like everyone had that like disappointing feeling. They're all disappointed, at, you know. And then we're now reading news that Jon Snow
Yeah.
has fallen into depression, right? Yeah, or is it
Yes.
He's in rehab.
depression or he's in rehab or what,
He's
what's
going
the
to
news?
rehab.
He's in rehab for apparently Jon Snow actually does not like the way the show ended.
You see, ba? Even Jon Snow does it.
So
He's sad.
Jon Snow took up drinking and
He's sad. He
Well-
killed his queen. He killed his queen now.
He killed his queen, so that should make him go to rehab. But anyway, they say Game of Thrones star Kit Haring, what's his name?
Kit
Harington.
Yeah, has reportedly checked into rehab for stress and alcohol following the show's ending.
They forced him to kill the
Razzie, I
queen.
think you're also going to rehab. I think there was a time they said the writers of the show were like, after the ending, a lot of people are going to actually need rehabilitation.
Yes.
So I think Jon
Jon Snow
is
is
leading
like-
that,
Yeah.
championing that cause.
It really hits him hard.
So who is going to be next?
Razzie now.
No. Lady, this is going to be next now. Lady, what's that her name? The one Sir Jamie left to go and meet Cersei.
Oh, what's that?
Lady, I've forgotten her name. The tall girl now.
yeah.
You know Jamie broke her heart now after.
So she's going to
So she has to go to rehab.
Wow.
But you guys know like this whole Game of Thrones thing is actually like playing out in Nigeria, yeah?
Well, in the north, right?
Yeah, in the north.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And that's our
Check
region.
out
oh.
Kano.
That's our region. Check,
Check
out
out
Plateau.
Plateau.
It's happening in Kaduna, you know. So
plus Kaduna, can you imagine?
I think how it is, I don't know, you know, because it is not in our place, you know, to actually create controversies. But personally, I feel what's happening in Kano has a resultant effect of breaking that
Power.
that unity, you know, that actually binds that state.
Yeah.
You know how the whole story started. Like Ibrahim Salisu wrote a petition to the Kano State House about the Kano State Assembly, and started saying that you know the Emirate centralized, you know, which means it is taking away power
Yes,
from Emir Sanusi,
Sanusi.
you know, and then it's funny because this petition was like in Nigeria's history is like the fastest bill that has been passed into law.
Yes.
Fastest
Went
in Nigeria
in like 24 hours.
in 3 days.
Oh.
In 3 days, everything was from when the petition was made to when a council was set up. You understand? For a committee was
And
set up for it,
then
and then the government just passed it.
4 other
Yes, now they
Emirates
are
set up.
you know, and it is it's rather unfortunate, I think, you know, because now what it means is Emir Sanusi now has just 8 councils.
Yeah,
You understand?
it's local government.
Yes, under
his,
his you know. And I was reading what's it called now, an analysis at Premium Times, and was saying that this Kano Emirate was set up right from the time of, I think, 1804. 1804,
it's been there forever.
1804, right? And then you wake up. But the funny thing is, you now see that these people are actually following the ambits of the law. They'll tell you that it was. Yes. And it is funny because, will you call it a witch hunt on
it's political. For me, I don't feel it's political.
To a large extent, it's political.
Who is the guy? The guy that came up with it, was it like the idea or something for the Emirates to be split? Yeah. Who is the guy?
Ibrahim Salisu. Initially they were saying it was an anonymous petitioner, but I now read the story that said they actually brought out the guy's name and he took the petition to, Ganduje.
Gandolas.
Ganduje and Sanusi have been at loggerheads.
Yes, especially Sanusi virtually supported Ahmed, the PDP candidate.
Aside that, political, everything.
No, aside that,
to a large extent, it's always.
Aside that, Sanusi, since he became Emir of Kano, has always been very critical about Buhari's government. And he was outspoken about it. And even when Ganduje went to China Bank, Nexim Bank, there's something they are called, and went and took out a loan, wanted a loan of over $1 billion. You understand? And Sanusi lashed out and was like, no, that is not right, And
why always dollars?
Yeah.
Nice.
So and there's been bad blood, ever since. There's been bad blood between the governor and so I don't think it is right.
Yeah. It's so bad Sanusi actually shunned going for Ganduje's inauguration.
Oh, he shunned it?
He actually did.
Yeah, no, there are no guys now. That thing is political. If they were in the same party, if they belong to the same party, all these things have been happening.
The Emir is apolitical. He can't be.
Okay, not party, but
he's not partisan.
If he didn't support, if he had supported him or something, so they wouldn't have been.
You will not see him coming.
So everything is just political.
And I think, personally, I just feel like there are some things that are not supposed to be tampered with. And having an emirate that has been there since 1804, you understand? It is way too long for you to come
and then you wake up and you are like, nah, we are not doing this anymore.
Because I think you just put.
We actually targeting our culture again. Kano is will I say is a tourist attraction. It's something we can go back to and be like, okay, this is part of our history. Then you wake up one day and you're like, okay, now we have Rano, we have Bichi, and some. What are the other names?
Like there are four of them. You understand? There's Rano, there's Karaye, is it?
Okay.
Yeah, and there's Gaia.
Okay.
There's Gaia, So those,
Karaye,
I just feel these courses like
they're actually five.
They're five. They added four
Karaye, Rano, Gaia, and then Sanusi's Kano.
So makes it. So I look at what is happening on the plateau too.
Similar.
Yeah, the similar thing. The governor is saying, that he's trying to also decentralize the thing, and Bongom just will not. Meanwhile, I don't think what is actually the idea behind trying to split the traditional council, making there's just North and there's traditional council.
That one is both political and tribal.
Has there been a record of Bongom just having issues with Simon Lalong?
I don't think so. See, okay, what I know about the Plateau scenario is the last governor had a way of like elevating the Gwangwam and reducing the powers of the Riom area. So with this guy is saying he's trying to balance it off. the new governor now. Meanwhile, we will not know. I do not know if there is a situation between the Gwangwam and the governor. Gang, what's your take on?
Yeah.
The gang is from Jos. No?
Gang, you're from Jos, so.
All I know, the governor and the governor,
They're actually in good terms.
So this is not political. This is not political. But do you think there is doing this because the Bongom obviously was not happy about this?
No.
Because he came with his media aide came and they were like the powers of the states as it concerns what's it called now, rulership. You understand, still belongs to the Bongom girls. So initially when I saw the news, I felt it was something because I had never seen in the news. So for Ganduje and Sanusi, there has always been
Bad blood.
Yeah, there's always been bad blood between the two of them. But I don't think there's ever been a time where you see that the Bongom Jos, Buba Gyang and Governor Simon Lalong were going back and forth at each other.
The Bongom is Jang's cousin. That's the former governor. The Bongom Jos. And Jang is a PDP guy, you know.
Yeah, so you think that is...
You think it's politics again?
So I don't know.
Well, everything has to do with politics in
support of Lalong.
Ever since.
Okay.
So I don't think this has a...
That's the Game of Thrones.
So I don't know if this has a... I'm trying to get Muhammed Lere, the editor of Hausa of Premium Times.
Okay.
He wants to...
Let's see his thoughts on.
Hello, boss.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You're live on the Northorious Podcast, boss.
All right. You're welcome.
We've been talking about Kano State.
Okay.
Yes, and with your experience working as the editor of Premium Times Hausa,
Yeah.
we feel you have like a professional view and opinion on this issue. We feel. Do you think in any way that the action of Governor Ganduje has a way of shifting the peace that has been existing within the councils in Kano?
Yeah. What part of council? Are you talking of the traditional council?
Yeah, the traditional council, yes.
Talking about the traditional council, actually.
Okay, you're talking about the traditional council.
Yes, and how 4 new councils have been created, yes.
Yes, you see, the problem people are always facing when it comes to traditional institutions, especially in northern Nigeria, is always open. People see it as an institution where everybody must respect.
Yeah.
Everybody must respect that institution. We all grew from it and into it. So what Ganduje did in Kano is not something that many celebrate. It is Kano Emirate is one of the only emirate in northern Nigeria that celebrates being single.
Yeah.
What I mean by single is if you go to states like Kaduna, Katsina, you will have the Emir of Tabra, you have the Emir of Katsina, you have other Emir. If you go to Jigawa, you have Emir of Ringim, you have Hadija, you have Jahun, you have Dusi and others. But the whole in Kano, the entire yes. Hello?
Yeah, go on, we're with you.
Yeah, in Kano, the entire state has only one single emirate.
Yeah.
So that emirate, people has lived all their life. You understand?
Yeah.
Knowing that only Kano has that and they respect that.
Yeah.
So they just woke up one morning and the governor just said, no, today we are dividing this emirate. I want everybody to have his own emirate.
Yes.
I don't think that is right for now.
So do you think part of the reason is, do you think it is witch hunt following accusations that the governor and the Emir Sanusi have always been at loggerheads? Do you think this is political?
Yes, to be fair to both camps, I think the governor himself came out one day after creating the 4 chiefdoms, the 4 emirate, to say that he's not actually witch hunting anybody. He's just doing it for the sake of the people.
But if he's witch hunting, do you see him saying, yes, I'm witch hunting?
He won't do that.
No, not really. But the language is written all over everybody's face, or even in his own face.
Yeah,
Let
because,
me say.
you know,
because even after the election,
Yeah.
you understand, we can vividly see that one time, right in government house, in front of government officials, virtually supervising the towns. They climbed up, removing the Emir's picture portrait in the government house.
Yeah.
You see, and right in front of government officials. So virtually they are even supervising it. He knows about it. And what has always been going around in the state is the governor and the emir, they are not in good terms.
Yeah.
Recently, he set up a committee the assembly set up a committee to investigate some misappropriation of fund, which they call misappropriation of fund. In fact, yesterday or 2 days ago, there was the police order to arrest the cashier or the accountant of the Emirate. You understand? So, but if you look at it, that is quoting from what he said himself. He's not. But it's written all over him that yes, there is a very, very big problem, all in the name of feeling that the emir did not actually support him politically in 2019.
Yeah.
That is one basic fact that everybody knows in Kano. He felt that the emir should have supported him fully, but the emir was trying to let him understand that yes, fine, I am also a leader in the state, but I think this is my own stand. This is what I think is the best.
Yeah.
So he called on people to do what is right. You understand?
So how do you see this? How do you see this becoming a problem in the north? Like, do you see the, other state governors replicating such and distorting the traditional settings in their own states?
Yes. The issue is, you see, Kano always set the standard. They always take the lead. Some governors, especially the ones we have now, they don't see it as something we should always respect. Let me tell you, these traditional institutions has always been the solution to many problems in our societies, especially in northern Nigeria. When you look at these menace of all these young small boys becoming touts and all these deadly acts that people do, especially in the north, you find out that yes, in those days the emirates, the emirs, chiefdoms, traditional holders, chiefs, they come out to actually talk to these people, stop these people from doing all these things. But when you keep making the institution irrelevant, making it look stupid, making it look not really good, it's going to destroy the society, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And again, what happened, for me, I think what happened is also like a Kickstarter. Because other governors will look at their how fine, I've always want to maintain my state, how my state traditional structure is, because at least even Kano has always been there for more than 100, 200 years, but now they're even splitting it. So I can just go ahead and split my own.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Do you actually think the traditional rulers their powers should be stripped away, or you'd rather the governors, like the way it seems now, the governors have a way of intimidating them. Would you rather have the traditional rulers free, like, so the governors do not have, basically autonomy for traditional rulers?
Okay, you see, as far as I'm concerned, for me, I know this institution very well. I am part of this institution. I know how politicians behave. I also understand how they manipulate people's mind and heads in order to achieve what they want. For me, I think supporting, I will say it again, supporting, giving, for me, total support to traditional institutions is what we should do. I think if there is even a need that the government, the National Assembly, to come together and say, okay, fine, this is what we need to do to really strengthen these traditional institutions in Nigeria. And it's going to be good. It's for our own good. These people are closer to the people. It is either the district head, they are closer. And when they respect you, they listen to you. It doesn't really make any meaning saying you are creating more Emirates, for example, in Kano, because you want to bring people closer to They have always been close to their people. In Kano, if there is the Emir in Kano, there was always the district head, the village head, somewhere, and they are not complaining. Yeah. Nobody is saying, no, please create because we are marginalized somewhere. I think so many people are even saying for a very long time, they've never enjoyed being part of the Emirate. Like when Sanusi becomes the Emir. Yeah. So they are happy because he knows everything, he knows how to do it, he knows when to do it, and he knows what to say at the right time. So I think it's just politically motivated. Most of them, if you look at Plateau State, recently there was something like that. Yeah. In Kaduna, there was something like that earlier when the new government took over, Ruffee take over, he demolished many attempts to say, okay, let's get back to the status quo. It used to be 77, and now we have 300 and something. The 300 must go. And you see, what I think is, if things have happened and people are actually not complaining, the issue of Kaduna is, the case is, okay, it has happened for a very long time, and people are actually not complaining. You understand? So I don't understand why we have to just destroy or remove them or stop them from working to say we want to revert to status.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muhammed Lere from Premium Times. We appreciate your time. We would love to have this conversation because there are a lot of angles where you can actually be of use and will be useful to our listeners. But because of time, we'll have to cut you here.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yeah.
So it is, you know, we can actually see from his own perspective where that most of what has happened they've all been politically motivated. But again, we'll see how it all plays out, and you know, and like we always say in the Northorious Podcast, we're not all about politics. We're not all. We talk about music, lifestyle, and wait, talking about music. Who has jammed Patoranking's new album, Wilmer album?
I think Razaq says so.
And Runtown's EP, Tradition.
Patoranking's album is dead on arrival.
Wow. Wow. So I say wow at the same. Bro, no, honestly, yeah. I'm a huge Patoranking fan, especially when he did his God Over Everything. That was the album, album.
Yeah, I like that one.
That one, I could not keep a track when he dropped that album. But then Wilmer came out, and when we listened to Confirm featuring Davido, we are saying, "Oh, this album is going to be mad."
Fire.
That's
Fire.
the best song on the album.
And then I started listening to the songs one after the other, and you know, I could not successfully listen to a track.
I honestly do not know that
the track with Davido
album is out.
The track with Davido is the best song on the album.
Confirm.
And if Confirm is the best song on
As
the
in,
album,
and then and not like the confirmed
No
jam
wonder.
is
yes,
up there
Confirm
like that.
is not.
It's not
So-
all of that. So I don't know who actually
Is A&R?
approved A&R that album. Who actually approved of that album? But I think Patoranking did not. I think he dropped below the belt for me.
I wonder
He
what
did below
happened.
the belt for
I
me.
wonder what happened at his album listening, because he did an album listening. though.
Whiskey was there.
And
Tiwa
so I
Savage
wonder
was
what
there.
this after those guys listen. I wonder what their reaction.
I feel those guys have. I feel we're just speaking their minds.
Yeah.
If I'm
Maybe,
going to
maybe
be-
that's why Whiskey did greet some people after listening to the album. Man. Like, why is this guy dropping
But why
this
were guys like that at Whiskey now? But we actually saw another video where Whiskey was actually giving props to Baba. I think a track I will also give shout out, like I won't completely condemn the album. Black was a good track because
Okay.
he actually spoke about black excellence. And
But that wasn't even like a song. That was like more like poetry
like,
or
like
something.
spoken word poetry.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's why I'm like I cannot completely just
Yeah.
But honestly, Patoranking 0 to 5 on a scale of 0 to 5, I'm giving the album a 2, man. Honestly, I'm giving the album a 2 because it's Patoranking, for crying out loud.
And he
You get
could
you,
have done better.
you actually have high expectations when you hear A-list artists
Yes.
and saying it's like saying Whiskey is dropping an album. You already have an expectation. I had an expectation in my head.
An album.
And I think part of the reason why he failed me, he was trying to be experimental. Those sounds were not Patoranking sounds. He was trying to be experimental a lot with sounds, and then he didn't, because he did a soca song that had that soca genre. You
And he was
understand?
featuring some, I don't know, some African,
It's about breaking into
International,
new
yeah,
markets.
that's what he
So
was trying. But I
that
don't
was
think
actually-
he took the right approach.
Who has
you know?
listened to Santi's
No, that
Mandy and
one,
the Jungle?
that one last. Let's talk about. Let's go to
Why?
tradition. No, Santi, we should do Santi. That would be like the last topic.
You do not want to talk
guy-
about
this guy-
No, we'll
this
talk
guy-
about. I have views. I have my.
Oh yeah, now. So what's your view
But-
on tradition?
Tradition is good. It's okay. Like
For me, like I bumped when Tradition came out, and I feel Runtown was supposed to drop his EP on the 31st.
okay, that's that your tweet. Yeah.
Yes, then he
Okay.
now
So
released
why
on the
did he-
same day.
Yeah.
I feel he sabotaged Patoranking. Honestly, because
But there's nothing wrong with having.
no,
two
I'm
good
not
albums.
saying that.
Yes.
You know why I'm saying this? I feel I don't know what their relationship is like.
Yeah,
You understand? But I just feel.
But they don't
it
do the
shine.
same style.
No, they don't do the same style. But
Exactly,
no,
so-
I'm not. Listen to
Nothing
me.
stops
No,
them from giving us good
nothing.
music.
No, nothing.
No.
I'm not saying anything stops what. You cannot deny the fact that attention was shifted from Patoranking's album. We cannot deny that fact.
True.
And then
we all
attention-
would have been talking about Patoranking's album that whole day.
Yes.
But now attentions were shifted.
Because
Do you know there are a
a
lot
better album
have you
came
listened to
out.
Runtown's EP?
I've not. Actually.
You've not
I've not listened to completely.
but you've listened to maybe one
Yes,
or two.
yes.
You understand? Attention was
Yes.
completely shifted from Patoranking. So personally, I'm not saying this is what Runtown did, but I feel there was a form of sabotage.
And
Yeah, it's just like when anytime Runtown drops a song, before
Yeah.
you say Jack, Whiskey or Davido has dropped a song, and they take the shine off that song. You
True.
get? So I feel that's the same thing that happened. But honestly speaking, yeah, Runtown did it for me. That EP was awesome. It was,
for
it did it for me. It
also
was groovy, it was wavy. I listened to that album like 4-5 times.
not
that day.
bad, not bad.
Wasn't
What's your take on the album?
It's good for me. It's not all that, sure.
Yeah, but
But it's good.
it was
I think
good.
I'll give
It's
you.
an EP, not an
Yeah,
album,
yeah,
so
true,
you can't.
true.
You can't.
I'll give you like a maybe 6.5 over 10.
Over 10.
It's strong 6, sure.
I'll give it a 7 maybe. You know, like I expected more also, but it wasn't bad. Like these are songs.
I like
that-
the tracks I've listened to, so I would not put a number to it yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are you trying to go?
I want to call Abdul.
Oh,
You
okay.
want his view on?
Let's see Abdul's view.
I think Runtown's album was amazing. I think it was amazing. Like the production was good.
Yeah.
Also, the production on Patoranking's what's it called now? The production on Patoranking's album too. They were not bad.
To a large
No.
extent, we can't even Nigerian producers are
Killing it too. I think they should have
like
they
Nigerian
should be making-
producers are the ones making music at the
True,
moment.
true.
Because These guys just come
and that brings us to
the
Santi's.
Yeah.
Santi's Mandy and the Jungle.
Yes.
Production on that album was great.
Top notch.
Production on that album was
His productions are always
The
always
features
amazing.
too were
the
good.
features were
Mad
great.
features.
For me, yeah,
Features were great.
Santi. You get Santi has his niche as an Alte artist.
Yes,
Is Santi's music wavy? Yes. Is it groovy? Yes. And the production is great. Yes. But can I relate? It's an absolute no for me.
Are you serious?
Why?
They'll
'Cause
say
I
you
can't
didn't go to
listen-
school.
I
They'll
can't-
say you
I
don't
don't-
have your IQs.
Yo, dude, my IQ is sharp. Like I took tests.
That's what they'll say now. They say if you don't understand Alte music, yeah.
No, the thing is, I understand Te Iwa. I listen to what he says.
Iwa.
Yeah, IWAR. I don't know how it's Iwa.
Iwa.
It's Steve, so I don't know how to
Yeah,
pronounce
yeah.
it. The names are quite
This
funny.
album is dope.
Te's album,
His
like,
album
you can
his
relate.
album was
Gemini, yeah.
completely
Gemini,
great.
you can
For
listen
me.
to everything he said, but Santi, tell me Santi's lyrics. Like someone should come and tell me what Santi says in his songs.
Have you listened to
Rapid.
Raining Outside? Okay, Rapid, he had the way of like doing, I don't know if it was patois he was trying to
That's
say.
it. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So what are
Say
you doing?
nobody.
Because
Well-
you now you can't tell me what he was saying.
Yes, I cannot actually.
Exactly.
So
And
what
then-
are people jamming
So what
to?
are we?
Vibe.
If it's the vibe,
They are
back to
vibing.
our point where we're like producers should be getting.
Producers should get all the props.
No, Santi's. I'm not saying Santi's. You cannot love every artist. You cannot love every genre of music.
Yeah.
You cannot love every form of production. But I think to a large extent, people should be able to relate to your lyrics because that is part of what makes your content.
There were actually some songs on the album
you can listen. Yeah, you had no-
listen
of course,
to, and then
of
the
course.
lyrics are great.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. But whenever I say he overdoes it because he just, I don't know, I don't want to call it patois again because he always boils down to me saying whenever he goes that way now, you stop hearing what he's saying and then we
I
are
was
all
reading
lost in
one. I was reading
translation.
one review, and he was like, when he was recording, I can't remember the song that he saw himself in a jungle
What was
recording.
what did you
Then I was
think you were
like
going to
jungle,
listen
like I don't know how many jungle, like in Nigeria. Like where did you grow up? Like
The
this
thing
guy.
Santi, sorry to cut you. Santi, yeah, is not the only Alte artist. We have our guys. You understand? SDC. You understand? We have what's it called? We have
Budge,
Tay.
a lot.
We have Budge.
we
We
have-
have Lady Donley.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
All these guys.
Odunsi.
Odunsi the engine. You understand? These guys do. But we listen. We can actually hear what they say.
True.
You get? Burna Boy was, people were having that about him, but his lyrics are clearer now. You understand? You can actually hear.
Yeah,
Because
you
at the
can
beginning,
hear
you could.
Burna
people were-
very
but
well.
Burna is, my point is, Santi is a great artist, but I think we need to hear what he's saying.
A review
more.
actually says Santi is usually not audible enough.
It's not audible enough. We don't know what he's saying.
Sometimes
But-
words
but-
feel
but-
mumbled. Other times the mixing makes the voicing seem overshadowed by effects that word become inaudible. So
Yeah.
there's no doubt he has that part where you can barely hear him. But aside that, well,
But is that part of his
Great.
unique selling point? Should it be a unique selling point that people can actually?
it's cuckoo his market.
Mumble.
Mumble rap is doing good, so he's mumbling for us. And then the
okay.
songs are not doing badly.
No, they're not doing badly on the charts.
On the
yeah.
charts.
No, his
At
people
all.
are buying. His people are.
Yeah,
And the thing is, one thing I like about these Alte guys is they know their market and they're
Yes,
actually feeding
yes.
that market properly.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you cannot feed every market.
So okay, so this brings me to this thing. I wish Abdul was here. What is this Alte thing?
Because I
Is
see
it-
the dressing.
Is it the their music is not Alte
Because they're
because
doing a pop now.
they are doing what we've heard before.
yeah, true.
Like, and then okay, under a genre, you have to have people doing the same kind of music shit.
Yeah.
So Alte is definitely not a genre because you have rappers,
According to them,
you have
Alte is
singers,
a genre.
you have you have people doing raga, reggae or whatever. Like
Afrofusion.
everything.
It's Afrofusion.
So
I think
that's the Alte is definitely not a genre.
Alte is the point is
I think-
when you've tried fitting in your music to every other
And it doesn't
and it
enter.
does not working. You're like, bro.
I'm all,
bro, it's
nah, man, no.
That's
See, but the
So
only
you
thing,
type
do you know what
bandana
brings them
and you
together?
wear green
Do you know what
shirts.
brings them together? Clothes.
Yeah.
Their dress,
Bandana and green shirts.
their lifestyle, dress
Because
code.
I'm
And
like-
Abdul says their clothes are ugly. Abdul says they are ugly clothes.
because me, I feel because honestly, I think we should actually pick out time and actually have an education on what Alte is, because people are actually becoming confused. They don't know if it's the music or the pop culture that makes. I don't.
It has
people
to be
are
their lifestyle or
Yeah.
whatever influences
Because
them.
the music has. I think the music has shifted.
At
from
all,
what
yeah.
Abdul, how
originally
far?
should have been.
I'm all good.
I'll show you.
Where you drop from?
I'll show you, Okoro.
You're live.
You are live.
How far? Alte guys, I beg. What are your
How far
thoughts?
now?
Good. We actually what's your thoughts on the recently dropped albums? Tradition, Mandy.
Yeah, tradition, but I didn't like Wilmer. Like, because, man, I was very disappointed.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then tradition, Runtown always comes through now.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All the time.
How far Santi album
I
now?
think it's tradition.
Santi, what about Santi's album?
I
Mandy
beg,
and
don't
John.
mind these 40 people. I beg. They just make noise.
Why are you like
No
this?
special. It's true now.
Are you angry already?
Hello?
You won't fight?
No, I know I'm fight, but it's true now.
Okay.
No, because we're trying to because there's a confusion on what Alte is right now in Nigeria. So if we don't understand whether it's the music or it's the dressing,
The ugly clothes.
What idea about? Seriously, you can answer that.
Now you go answer now. Now why we call you?
I don't think anyone has that answer yet.
I think they're in movement, but
Yeah.
themselves.
What brings them together?
What brings them together? The dressing,
Is it the
style of
dressing
music?
or the music?
Make any good music. There's nothing very extraordinary
There's
about
nothing
it.
new.
It's just ugly clothes and all.
I said it. I told
Yes,
you.
now. We have rap artists, R&B, Afro-pop under Alte.
Everything.
Yeah.
But then they're not even doing better than the mainstream.
Thank God.
Yeah.
God, thank you.
I know. Who is the best rapper in Nigeria? It's not an Alte person or
No, it's
anything.
not.
The best singer in Nigeria is not an
It's not
Alte
an
guy.
person. The best
Yes.
rapper.
He's not an Alte guy. The best dresser self is not an Alte person.
Why are they disturbing us?
They are trying to force it on us now.
Their culture on us. We don't want.
Did you see that Bella said that she was saying like all the videos now are now like Alte, like everything? Like, it's not by force. You are forcing this
That's
thing.
life.
So
There's nothing new.
There's
What are they bringing?
they are dressing now.
be dressing. Do you know these guys know Obesere?
Where's Ruffee?
You know, Obesere has been wearing bra and this, and chain. If you grow up with this,
What are they bringing? What's special about them?
Now I think we're going to like have a special session for this Alte, so that we actually have elaborate talks. We'll talk to people in the industry. We'll talk to some of these Alte guys. They should actually come and explain themselves. Let them come and explain themselves. We need to understand what they are about.
You know one thing with those guys, they look down on other people. Like once I know them, that means you are work or something.
And don't you feel that makes you feel insecure?
No, doesn't make me that. They look down on other people.
So how so? Because I don't think I particularly agree with that point.
have you really met any of them?
Yeah.
Me, I think they do that on social media, sure. Like that looking. I've not met any, but like from their tweets and stuff. Like I think that's what
You
they
think
do.
they're condescending?
They is not like
I don't
that.
think they're like. I've met a couple of
No,
them.
it's not like
funny enough, but the artists are not like that. It's the followers, the other like their fans,
okay.
the Alte
Okay,
fans.
so it's the
It's
fans.
the fans,
Yeah, the
not-
Alte fans, and the fans too are Alte.
Them
Now.
with the fans, they influence the fans.
Well,
Thank you.
Anyways, like I said, we'll have a special session for the alternative music industry or that corridor. We're going to talk about it extensively. Thank you, Abdul, for your time.
Abdul, when are you coming live on the show?
very soon. You guys should expect me.
Oh yeah. Nah.
Thanks, bro. Skiibii is someone we should be talking about.
Skiibii is
What
on
happened?
fire. Oh.
Skiibii just
Skiibii is
came
on fire.
up, and the fire is
As in,
yeah.
on fire.
Man
Mad
went
form.
0 to 100.
Oh, that jam is mad.
I
Though. The
think,
new
I
jam
think,
is.
I think what makes Skiibii is persistence
Yeah.
and the resilience.
Skiibii had
you
to
understand?
die.
To resurrect, then to come back with wax song,
With
then
wax songs,
he now
and
go-
then his music also died, and then
I'm
his
telling
music
you,
resurrected.
No,
So-
like I'm way too impressed at what Skiibii is doing right now. You know, like a lot of people thought when he dropped Sensima last year, he was going to be the climax of his career.
Yes.
Then this year he came with Erima here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erima became a banger, and just last week,
Yeah, that's how
Mandy
Star
just
do.
came with That's How Fun.
That's how Star do.
That's how Star
Star
do,
do.
featuring Tenny
Tenny and Fowls. Man.
And that was an amazing, and DJ Neptune.
Yeah.
And that was an amazing collaboration.
The track
Like
is fire.
I feel there's a lot from where that came from.
Yeah.
There's a lot from where that came
Yeah.
I actually see more tracks coming. Yeah, I think I might want to listen to a Skiibii album at this point.
At this point,
I want a Skiibii and Ricardo album, joint album.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
saw that. I
want.
saw that too as well.
That's what I want. Like on the new video, like you can see Ricardo.
Yes.
Like Ricardo actually, you
Yes.
think Ricardo wanted the verse on that like new song. Like he was actually like you say, okay, yeah.
This would have been a good song. for
Both
me.
of them are independent
Yeah,
now, so
yeah.
it's something they
And I
can
think
do.
big shout out to Skiibii for not giving up.
Yeah.
You know, I think skills give them a template of how not to give up in the
True.
industry.
Feels
You know,
good.
because once you're resilient, you understand, up to a certain extent. I think
You go blow.
look at
last
Black
time.
Bones. Black Bones had like 5 projects before
Before
Bad Boy Black.
Yes.
You get that
5.
also shows to a very large extent.
Yeah, you need to put in work, man.
You
You
know,
need to
that
put
guy,
work.
the industry is not. In the earlier days of the industry, 10, 15 years ago, it was way easier for an artist to break through.
Yeah.
Especially if you came in with something a little unique, just something slightly different from the convention. It was way easier.
true.
But now, it is so tight that you need a lot of work.
I think of recent, it's only Rema that just came up, and every other person has been in the industry for like 3, 4
Yeah.
to 10 years. Rema,
Look at no new artists, that be.
no new artist
just
has
Rema is like
come in, and yes,
the only person.
aside Rema,
then Fireboy
Yeah,
too.
Fireboy too.
Fireboy.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, Fireboy too.
Fireboy has been in the game. Oh,
I never knew him
I
until
never knew him
YBN.
until I never knew
Fireboy,
him
yes.
until he
YBN.
joined YBN.
Fireboy was
Even the YBN album, people were not even jamming that song.
yes.
Thank you.
People were not
People
jamming
did not
that song.
jam
Until
the
they
song
released
on
it as
the
like a
album.
single.
Yes,
or
a single,
something.
then the
Yes.
video came out
And
and,
then
just
the video
complimented.
came out.
You know, so like, but Rema, then I think that's basically the only person that.
Fireboy used to Ife circles.
okay. But he was not
yes
there. Like
Yes,
other
he
artists were
was.
there and they were
Yeah,
there, like
true,
there. You know, so big shout out to Skiibii for doing what he knows how to do best. So I think, yeah, and don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. Just Google the Northorious Podcast. Do I need to spell it again?
Yeah.
NORTHORIOUS, then podcast, PODCAST. Just Google it and
follow us.
Yes.
Follow. And if you want to sponsor too, we're open to sponsorship. We're growing. This
Grow
this
with
is-
us. I
grow
think that
with
is a good time to
We need the bag. So
no, the bag will come. The bag will
So
come.
we need sponsorship.
But you
If
could plug in now.
Yeah. So
What
if you
jams
need
are
to-
you feeling at the moment?
What song am I feeling at the moment? Top of my head.
Yes.
for me, that's Skiibii's jam. Oh. That's how Star do.
That's how Star do.
That's my jam.
What
Okay, I'm
you
listening
feeling?
to. There's one jam on Santi's album that I really like. RH.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like my favorite song.
Weird, like I listen to a lot of songs
the
and
album.
all of a sudden I cannot
So
think
no
of a
song can.
No, if I say it, Raz is going to punch me in the face.
You say Rema now. or
It may be
something.
for me now. Oh wow.
No. It's Whiskey Maya remix. It's Maya
No, but
remix.
no. Sorry. Whiskey and this dude on the low.
Who's that?
Down on the low. Down on the low. And this guy that doesn't ever. We don't know if
Larry
it's-
Gaga.
Larry Gaga. We
Okay,
don't know if he's a
okay.
producer
Okay,
or a singer.
low.
That
okay.
song is
He's a
wow.
DJ. Gaga
Mad
is-
song.
Low is a-
Mad song.
Okay.
You know, as in I none of Larry Gaga's remixes or songs have fallen.
Yeah, all
in
his
fa-
jams are
none.
dope.
You know, and on the low, man,
What is
he's
wrong?
doing it for me, man, right now. So yes,
I'm
that's
actually jamming Am I a Yahoo Boy?
Oh,
that song is
Well, my jam at the moment is actually Islandson. I think you guys should go check it out by Tommy. Yeah.
okay.
Tommy Thomas.
Tommy Thomas.
No, not Tommy Thomas.
Okay.
Some bigger kid actually.
Oh, for real?
And I stumbled on.
Oh, I think
music.
you should actually share the link.
Yeah, you guys.
And Mvrquiz is
Yeah,
boy,
Mvrquiz is
shit.
bringing fire back.
Mvrquiz, I think Mvrquiz, guys should be very wary of that kid, man.
See, but Mvrquiz is on one mad form right now.
I don't
Mvrquiz on
understand,
fire.
But what's with Mvrquiz's music? I am the one asking that question. Mvrquiz, what's up?
Oh, he has something coming.
No, like
Mvrquiz has fire.
I'm way impressed. Like we watched him grow, and we're like really impressed. Like we're really.
You've seen the last freestyle now?
I saw
The
that,
one, the
the
chopsticks,
yes,
sound
whatever.
city, whatever, yeah. Oh, my, that thing is mad.
I think we're going to have Mvrquiz here in the studio. One
Yeah, but he's in Lagos, so I don't know.
Whenever he's
Yeah,
here,
Mvrquiz, and then Mvrquiz would want to come
he
out.
can even
so-
freestyle over the phone. Or we are open to by proxy. You get
Almost
If
Quizzy
we
season.
call
Man.
Quizzy now, Quizzy will drop something. So let's just.
And it's true.
Yeah.
True, man.
Now say you
But
never
we have
call
time,
Quizzy.
man.
Now
We're
say
out of
Quizzy
time.
never drop
I
fire.
think we'll actually talk about guys who are actually doing it. You know,
Yeah, probably our next should be guys on the ground who people are not paying attention to.
Yeah, we should do that. We should
So do that.
Yeah, big shout out to all of them. Doing
Yeah.
that. So I think we could call it a wrap.
Yeah, it's
You want
been
to end with a word?
No, I don't know. No, I don't have
no
any.
fireworks today.
So the Dracarys didn't end well last week, bro.
So yeah, shout out to Gang for having us.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. And yeah, you guys can check him out too. Check him out on social media. He's doing it big right
Young
now.
is dope, man.
Big shout out.
He mixed our first episode and he's going to mix this one too.
And he's going to be mixing subsequent editions.
So, and that episode was too clean, man.
Please do not forget to follow Northorious Podcast.
Don't forget to
Everywhere. Subscribe everywhere. Apple Podcasts.
yeah,
SoundCloud. YouTube.
please.
Everywhere, please.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
We forgot to big shout out to someone we actually did not give credit to. Spin.
For the
yeah,
Awesome
graphics,
graphics.
Yeah.
Spin killed all the graphics.
Yeah, thank you, Spin. We
Good work.
really appreciate good work. Yeah. And big brother McCoy, never
Yeah,
forget.
McCoy always has those.
Big shout outs. We're
Bye.
out.
Thank you.